And here we are, folks, in a game of Catan with Doc Y, Vegas Pickles, Mexican, and Tempest as a house is planted. There is our first settlement. Vegas checking out the board. This is a pretty interesting board. It's nice how the desert is off to the side, folks. No, he moves pretty close to Doc Y. Mexican taking his time. As he goes ahead and decides to also go pretty close in location with Doc Y and Vegas. Alright, here we go to Tempest. Taking one of the edges. And there she is with another one. As Mexican quickly makes his next move. Alright, all that's left is Doc Y's last settlement. As she goes along walking, she's going along walking and thinking, folks. Good way to get exercise. Just walk and play VR.
I didn't realize that's what she was doing. That's good. Yeah, I see it now. I mean, visualizing it now, yeah. I thought he was just being euphemistic, like along Catan roads. I was like, that's interesting.
And there we go as the game is off to a start with a 5. Alright. Just like that, our first road is down, folks, from Doc. Well, I guess it's not the first, but the first to be made out of just the materials that are gathered. A sheep for some wool. Seems Doc was the only one willing to make the trade. And there goes our second road. Mexican quickly passes it as a 7 is rolled. Tempest, being nice, puts it on the 12, since no one is at 3 points yet. Hay for a sheep.
Or literally any other card.
Vegas will take that wood. As he just happens to get wood. What are the chances, folks? Makes a trade for it and then he gets it. It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Seems there's a pretty surplus of wood here on the board.
No.
As Mexican goes ahead and makes his first road. Only one that hasn't made a road yet is Tempest as she goes ahead and makes hers. Well, everyone seems to be on the board with their roads. $10 rolling. Nice helping of ore and wheat as a settlement is built on the Woodport by Vegas. This could turn out dangerous, folks. After all, he has 2 houses on that 9, and that port will give him an exchange of anything for 2 wood. And every time that 9 rolls, he'll be getting those 2 wood. Boy, talk about dangerous right off the bat. Not to mention a road to go with it, folks. Wow, he's just not stopping. Alright, there goes Mexican with another road. Seeing if he can catch up and block him off or something. He's got to do something before time runs out and he gets blocked in there in the center. Alright, Doc wants some wheat. It seems like Tempest is willing to offer it. Now she wants some wood. And there is a 7 coming from Vegas. As it seems that Doc and himself are the only ones at 3 points. Will he play friendly? And it appears he does. Lots of friendly people here on the board. Doc's willing to make the trade, except... Oh, wants 2 brick, and Vegas will do it as he gets a development card. Well, Mexican's thinking of what to do after his roll. He can't seem to decide just which way he wants to go, folks. Rather big decision considering he's caught up in the middle. And just like that, he takes longest road, folks. There goes Tempest with a settlement. Doc wants another lumber. No one's willing to give it up, though. As she wants anything for 1 ore. Boy, she must be completely just covered in ore to be willing to give it away like that. Just for anything. Boy, it's hard for her. No one's given her anything that she wants. So she decides to trade in for her wood as she goes ahead and takes the sheep port. After all, she is on that 8 of sheep and she just got some. Look at that as it just pays off. Right away, folks.
You're really good.
Here we go as we turn to Vegas. Wanting some lumber as well. And he'll give up anything for that lumber. Well, it seems that Doc will do it for some grain, and Vegas will go ahead and do it as they trade. What could Vegas be up to? Is it a road? Perhaps a settlement? We'll just have to wait and see, folks. He might not even do it this turn. Oh, but he does, and what's he doing? It looks like a road, and it's going up, folks. Going up towards Tempest. Not to mention, he plays road building. And it goes down, heading towards Mexican and Doc. This was unprecedented, folks. Here's Mexican as he asked for a wood. And Doc is nice enough to give it to him. As Mexican goes ahead, him and Doc right there at a cross point, just as Doc just gets blocked off by Mexican, making her road there completely pointless. Boy, she gave him the wood and then he stabs her in the back like that. What a Mexican move. There's Tempest with a development card. Nice 5 gets rolled over there by the city of Doc. Of course, Tempest is helping Doc out as she always does, very gentle soul as she makes one more settlement on the 384. Boy, if she gets some more of those sheep, she's in luck. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna be taking the road, but if they do, they'll be getting a challenge. He'll be getting a challenge from Doc.
No, yeah, right.
Looks like Vegas is desperate for some grain as he's willing to offer a sheep and a brick. Make that 2 bricks, folks. 2 bricks. Along with the sheep for the slaughter. Just like that, he trades it in as he gets a development card. A 9 rolls, not helping Mexican one bit. As he tries to get a lamb. And Vegas will give it to him, as will everyone else. Well, Tempest and Vegas are both at 3 with both what could be victory points. Mexican chooses Vegas's trade as he goes ahead and puts his settlement there on the wheat port. Hopefully the 4 and those 11s will come in handy for him. We'll see just how that plays out for him. No one is on a question mark port, however. And it seems like Doc might just take that ore port. The only one left after that would be the brick. Looks like Tempest might just have a chance for it. Oh, excuse me, no, it's blocked off completely. No one will be able to take that brick port at all. Such a shame. What appears that development card was not a victory point. And neither was Vegas's. As Mexican lucked out, boy, and Vegas might just give Mexican a run for his money for his road, as he goes ahead and rolls a 9, giving Vegas another 2 lumber which he can trade for anything on the board. Not to mention another 9, folks. There goes some more lumber for Vegas. Boy, this could turn out dangerous. Well, Tempest wants some of that lumber and he's willing to give it up. As she goes ahead and trades it for a wheat. But makes a road, however. What could she be up to? Trading for wheat but making a road. Pretty crafty if you ask me, folks. A crafty sheep. No one wants the trade for grain. Tempest is willing to give Vegas the sheep, but she wants brick instead. Excuse me, lumber. Mexican not able to do any deals since he has no cards. Mexican makes his first trade of the game with Tempest, a wood for some sheep. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't his first trade as he traded with Vegas earlier. Excuse me, folks. Doc wants 2 for 2 ore. Apparently Tempest is willing to do it. She must have a city up her sleeve, folks. It's the only reason I could see her getting those ore. Not to mention that wheat that she turned into earlier. Oh boy, and out of nowhere comes some roads and a couple of settlements from Doc. Boy, and that takes her up to 7, just like that. Vegas goes ahead, puts it on both Mexican and Doc. It's just a question who he's gonna steal from. Went ahead and made a deal. No one wants it though, as he gets yet another development card as he keeps trying for them, folks. Trying for those victory points as Mexican gets his first development card. Yet another 7 rolled as it goes in between Mexican and Vegas as Mexican gets robbed. What he did to go ahead and piss Doc off, who knows? Maybe it was cutting off her road. Mexican once again not being able to make any trades since he is out of cards. Looks like the other two want nothing to do with her trades. After all, she is at 7 points. Both of them are at 3, and Mexican's at 5. Pretty dangerous if you ask me, as she builds yet another road. Alright, there we go. Vegas plays a knight in between Mexican and Doc's property, blocking her wood. Hopefully keeping her from making any more roads.
So he thinks. But seriously, you're gifted, Mexican.
Here we are, Vegas, trying to make a deal to no avail. Mexican rolls a 5, only helping out Doc with her brick. Not to mention Vegas. There's a 9. Nothing coming towards Mexican at all. And there we go as Tempest connects her roads, folks. She has a straight line down the coast if she wants to challenge Mexican for that road. And finally, Mexican gets some brick as some sheep go out to Tempest and some more brick goes out to Vegas. And it appears that Mexican has now been blocked. No longer any chance for him to exit out of where he is. He has been completely isolated in the middle of the island. I don't know what to say, folks. Well, apparently he makes a trade with his port as the ships go ahead and bring in some brick for him as he trades them the wheat. As he goes ahead and makes 2 roads around the mountain of ore. Tempest going ahead and making a city on her 11, 9, and 4. Could really help her out with that wood and the brick. After all, she needs it to make those roads if she's going to challenge Mexican for the road. Still no trading with Doc. Everyone seems too scared, as Vegas and Tempest both are catching up to Mexican and Doc, as they each have 4, as Mexican is still at 5, with Doc at 7. And just like that, Doc closes off Mexican's chance to make a settlement at the 4, as she does first. She wasn't having none of that. She's like, get off and get on your border. We don't want your kind here, apparently. Typical cats.
That's a little harsh.
What
I
can
love
we say?
Mexicans. I got a sombrero on my wall.
Oh, do you? Well.
Yeah, a Mexican friend brought it for me all the way.
A cat with a sombrero. What can I say, folks? That's something else.
Just missing the boots.
Mexican going ahead, trying to get some wheat. It appears Tempest is willing to give it to him. As Mexican makes his first city on his 834.
Mexican needs to end his turn.
And there it is, as an 8 rolls, giving Mexican his first 2 wood at a time. Boy, what an accomplishment, folks. Here he is at 6 points, finally catching up to Doc, although she made it to 8. Looks like she has this one in the bag, folks. And there she goes, stealing from Mexican as he just got 2 wood that he was bragging about, and Doc stole one of them. Boy, she knew exactly what he had, and she took it anyway. If that's not a thief, I don't know what is, folks. And there she goes, using it to make yet another settlement.
To be honest, I didn't need the wood. You can take it back. It's still sitting here.
There's the settlement taking her to 9 points, folks. If she just fishes those development cards, she could just get the win. We'll see what happens, folks. No one willing to take Vegas's trade. Can he come up with something better? Apparently not, as he goes ahead and passes it. as Mexican lays the robber on Vegas and Doc yet again as he robs Doc. As Mexican's willing to give up some wood, but no one wants it. Immediate negative response from everybody, folks.
Now that's robbery.
A monopoly played by Tempest for all the ore on the board as she goes ahead and builds cities all over the place, taking her up to 6, tying with Mexican. Vegas now in last place, but Doc is still at 9, folks. What a danger. That was quite the move by Tempest as she took all the ore. She has a pretty nice little half triangle over there. Vegas asks for ore as he knows that there's only one person available to give it to him. And surprisingly, he gets some as he gets yet another development card. Mexican asking for some more. No one doing it. He ups the ante to a road. He'll give out a road for some ore, people. No one buying it, though.
And he breaks down and cries in secret.
He hesitates before passing his turn. Although he gets some more brick. And the robbers once again placed on Doc as everyone seems set on robbing her and only her. As Tempest makes another settlement, taking her to 7 as she passes Mexican. Not to mention she gets the port with a question mark, turning anything that she wants 3 to 1 as she just traded 3 sheep for a log. Boy, folks, I bet you Doc would have loved to have those sheeps. Well, I should say sheep, not sheeps. Excuse me. Robert gets placed on Tempest as Doc goes for a development card and with it gets a victory point as she takes the win.